I'm making turkey marsala meatballs today. Please excuse any of my knife skills today. I'm cooking with the sling on. I had my shoulder replaced a little less than 3 weeks ago and it's healing great, but I've got to still cook and I got to still make my videos. These meatballs are easy to make. They're going to be oven baked, and then you'll have a luxurious marsala wine sauce with them along with sauteed mushrooms. I'm washing some flat leaf parsley. I'm going to pick it off of the stems and dry it. And now you'll want to mince it as fine as you can. This was a little tough for me with this sling on, but anyway, you can do it. So put this aside and we're going to use this later on for our sauce. I have 1 pound of ground turkey and I'm adding 1 egg. And I'm going to have about a half a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. This is an Italian dish, so that's why we're using them. It will give it great flavor. And add 4 tablespoons of Romano or Parmesan cheese and also about 1/3 of your parsley. There are 2 kinds of Marsala wine. One is a sweet one, and that's usually for Italian desserts. But the one you want to get for this dish will be a dry Marsala. They're not very expensive, maybe about $12, maybe $15, and there's really quite a difference between the sweet and the dry. You definitely want to use the dry Marsala. Once you open it too, you don't have to refrigerate it and it will not go bad, so you can use it anytime you want for further cooking. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of Marsala wine to the turkey meatball mix, and then I'm going to use it later on. And here's some black pepper, maybe about a teaspoon or 2, and here's some kosher salt, and also about a teaspoon or 2. I have a bowl of cold water, and I also have a cookie scoop, and I find my meatballs will be very uniform if I use the scoop, and this is about a 2-inch wide cookie scoop. You can do this by hand by all means. So now I'm going to take these and just roll them up nice and tight, and I'm going to place them on a parchment-lined cookie sheet. My oven was preheated to 375 degrees, so we'll want to pop these in there and cook them for about 25 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to wash some mushrooms. You might be surprised that I'm washing them, but as long as you don't keep them in water for a long time, they're fine. I'm taking the stem out and I rock that back and forth, but I hold the mushroom cap while I'm doing that. It's important to cut these kind of thick because mushrooms are made up of a lot of water, and you don't want them sliced too thin or they'll shrink up and you'll hardly see them in your marsala sauce. I have 3 good-sized garlic cloves. I've peeled them and I'm going to mince them fine. You can put that aside. You'll need a large saute pan or a Dutch oven. I've got some olive oil in it and I'm using extra virgin, and when it's hot enough, test out a mushroom and then add all of your mushrooms and give them a quick little stir. Meanwhile, the meatballs are done and they're out of the oven and they look great. So I'm going to start working on my sauce, and here's some chicken stock. I like to make my own with these bouillons. It's more economical and they taste even better. I'm getting 2 cups of chicken stock ready, so put that aside. When your mushrooms are light golden brown, you're ready to continue. So I have 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour here. You could also use a gluten-free flour here as well as gluten-free breadcrumbs earlier when you made your meatballs. So give it a stir, and I like to cook it for maybe 7 or 8 minutes so the flour isn't so raw. And here's time to add my marsala. I have 1/3 of a cup here, but I'm going to add a little more later after I taste it. And here goes my chicken stock, and I'm putting about, maybe 2/3 in to start. You might not want to put it all in, so let it bubble up and get thick. And I decided that I needed to add almost all of the rest of it. Give it a taste, and I wanted to add the rest now, but I also felt I needed more marsala wine, so added 2 tablespoons. Now that your sauce is really thick, throw in those meatballs and stir it all around, and you're almost done. I have half a lemon here, and I love to pierce it with a fork first. It really helps break down the juices and get that in, and boy, does that finish it off. This always has to come at the end. Give your sauce a taste, and now I need to put butter in, and I shut the heat off for that and cut that into little pieces. I used about 2 tablespoons, and finally some of that beautiful flat leaf parsley. You don't want to put it all in because you want to sort of garnish with it later. Serve your meatballs with some pasta on the side or roasted potatoes or whatever you would like. I think you'll really love these and make these really soon. You'll find the recipe at Diane's World Cooking on Facebook. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel yet, please do. I would really love it. And please give this a like because it really helps too.